Well, Neil Sedaka told us back in the 70s that breaking up is hard to do. Apparently, he was right. It might take a little longer in Utah, too, under a bill that's before the Utah Legislature. A measure on mandatory divorce orientation classes advancing today. I only use the reference, Brian, because I know you're old enough to remember who Neil Sedaka is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, so a class, Brian, would it be mandatory if you're thinking about calling it quits?
Yeah, you know, right now, Mark, under state law, spouses in the throes of divorce must take a divorce orientation course. But this bill right here would require that a class be taken and completed before a person even files for divorce. And what's more, this would also tighten up a 90-day divorce waiting period.
Society has a stake in stable families.
Representative Jim Nielson says Utah does not have the market cornered on family values.
But I think we take ideas about families and about public policy as it affects families, we take it very seriously here.
Before filing for divorce, a person would get options on divorce alternatives, resources on improving marriage, and the consequences of a split.
I'm not divorced, and I never hope to be, and I don't actually encourage people to get divorced.
But divorce lawyer Eric Johnson,
why make them go take a course at all?
Is no fan of divorce orientation class.
People getting divorced have to struggle enough with that decision not to be told it's hard.
But in testimony this week at the Capitol, BYU professor Alan Hawkins said, "I am convinced that there is a small but important number of divorcing couples, perhaps 10%. They're prime candidates for potential reconciliation."
Now, one change in a legislative panel today. People who are involved in domestic violence situations would not have to take part in these requirements. This bill did advance from committee to the House floor. And Mark, I appreciate the Neil Sedaka reference. Everybody knows now how old both of us are.
I know. I was thinking if I would have said that to maybe Emily Flores, I would have got the deer in the headlights look. But I knew I was safe with you. We're cut from the same cloth in the same years. So.
No doubt.
All right, Brian. Okay. Thank you very much. And so is Sterling, by the way. He's a little older than us. He remembers the first time Neil had a hit with that in the 60s.
That's exactly right.
Redid it in the 70s.
Great musician, by the way. Yeah. Awesome.